Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, no. Animals. Okay. I almost dropped another F-bomb there, but no. I was able to avoid such devastation. It was not my intent. I brought it around soon.
Okay, we're live.
I brought it around soon, don't worry.
Yeah, we've been rolling audio for the past, 50 seconds. It's fine. Everything's in here.
Everything's fine.
And if you don't get the funny bit of that in the, 20-second live version or whatever, you can go back and listen to our audio on Patreon, and it'll have the thing.
Yeah, the thing and the place with the stuff.
Yeah,
I can be glib when I want to be. It's just not very often. Oh, wait, no, I finished.
Okay, hi, welcome to What's Up, a show about things and stuff. Lucky is playing Nier.
Yep, more Replicant. Like I said, I think I put this in the description. Don't expect any, major story play beats here. There's a fuck ton of side quests to do. And a lot of grinding to do, so I'm gonna focus on that right now.
Yeah, I've been hearing people talking about, the levels of farming you can do, which can take several in-game days.
And, actual farming, too.
Yeah.
Ah, bats!
Okay, so before we go anywhere, let me remind everybody this episode is brought to you by our patrons, as they have all just paid up this month, so it's important to remember them.
Mm-hmm.
Like Adam DeHarp, Aka Comics, Aka Kazime, Architect 10, Flexa G, Carlos, Qua, Ferris, Jeremy Vasquez, Jonathan Sandoval, Kylie Denton, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Regent Raptor, Rogue Robin, Charvor, Shawnee P, some guy named Bob, Soda Son over 2473. If you like what we do and want us to do more, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can get access to episodes early, lots of other goodies, and it really helps us out. Thank you for your support, everybody.
Wait a minute, did I forget to save?
Oh, did you miss some stuff?
I think I did, so I think I'm gonna have to go do a fucking boss battle. Maybe? No?
Wild.
Wait, where
Where
am I?
Where are you? Nobody knows.
Hang on.
Lucky has to futz with the game.
I do have to futz with the game. Where am I?
Well, it reminds me of something, if we want to go there.
Go for it.
We'll just jump in with some stuff. So, I'm gonna double check this up if I can. This topic, yeah, accept all cookies. So, so what I want to throw out there is the first of many video game related topics. We got a lot of those to talk about. We got a lot of different things to talk about, but there's a few of these that we want to hit up. One of which is that Returnal is out.
Yes.
And it's getting some interesting reviews, but you were talking about saving. It's actually an interesting feature. So I've been hearing some back and forth stuff on Returnal, right?
Yeah.
And we've been talking about this since it's been coming up. On the one hand, it looks really good. Like it's a full AAA game from the studio. It looks really nice. It's got some interesting themes, but also it is roguelike, right?
Yes.
Like it's supposed to be iterative. You die, you come back. It's procedural, so you get a new map every time. You got to look for different things in your runs, get in there, and it's got some interesting stuff. But I learned the other day through news articles about this that apparently there's no save and quit feature.
Yeah.
You have to use a checkpoint, which are rare to actually save your progress and quit out of a run. You can put your PS5 in rest mode, but I haven't done that since I've owned a PS5 because with certain games that can cause your PS5 to explode, basically. And I still don't know if that's been fixed. I don't see news articles about, oh hey, nobody's seen the rest mode bug, so if the choice is quit your roguelike run because you got to go stop your pasta from burning down, or you got to go out for a movie, or you've got a personal emergency, or you're a busy man, you have a day job, and blowing up your PS5, well, you should quit your roguelike, even if it's $70.
Well, I hear that the other problem with this is that Returnal's roguelike runs are not sure. You can be a fucking hour into them.
Yes, that's what I've heard. Is it's if you get it going, it's very extensive.
Yeah.
Which is obviously I get the purity of the roguelike element. But it's definitely one of those things where no, game designers, you have to understand if these runs are this long, people don't have time to play that. Yeah. And I don't want to spend $70 to be well, I've only got 2 hours before a show. Now, obviously, I can just like pause it in a menu and like mute my TV or something. But like, what if you got to sleep? What if you got to go out? And so it's interesting. Now, the reason why I know this is because I saw several articles pop up when I checked like Google News and stuff about this is a debate that's ongoing, and apparently Returnal is like looking at this and says they did the classic like, okay. Actually, I should say this to chat. No, the PS5 doesn't literally blow up. It bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a full, like, factory reset kind of a thing. So it does not literally explode, but it basically does the same thing. So it's like, it can, at the very least, cause you a serious loss of, like, time and stuff, and at worst is, like, you're out of PS5. It doesn't, like, go nuclear, but yeah, it's still bad news bears. And like I said, I don't know if it's fixed. I don't know if anybody knows what caused it. But, yeah, so, Housemarque, who make Returnal, did the classic video game company, please stop yelling at us response, which is, we hear you, audience. We heard you. Which is, I think, the most, like, textbook neutral response a game company has, right, Lucky? Like, well, we hear you. We got you. We've heard that you've said a thing. We're not going to commit whether we're going to say a thing, and we don't want to say we're not going to do a thing for sure, because then you won't shut the fuck up.
Well, I mean, that's the kind of climate we live in. Whatever you say will be immortalized.
Yeah. Your pithy tweet will get screen capped even if you delete it.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those things where, like, clearly you don't, as the game developer, if you actually want people to stop complaining, you don't want to say, no, fuck you, we're not doing that. This is our artistic vision, because then people will really not shut the fuck up. And also, in a slightly scummy way, that also means you can still bait people into playing $70 for your game who aren't going to be able to play it because they're busy. That said, a lot of people are at home right now, so, it's got some options. Returnal is a game I'm watching, and I think especially if they added this straight-up save and quit feature.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not short, Axe. It's not short, is what people are saying. There are checkpoints, but they apparently are very resource intense or very spread out to get to. So you are expected to put away a couple of hours into a serious run before you can stop. And it's a game you're also meant to do multiple runs on, obviously.
If your runs are short, you're probably not that good at the game.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, a lot of people are saying it's like third-person shooter Hades, which sounds cool, but also we've talked about this. I don't actually think you can beat the game in one run. I think the idea is if you die and reset, that's it. It's procedurally generated, so your world is different. Like, you go back to a starting point. So yeah, it sounds like it's got a lot of roguelike truisms, but I've also heard a lot of people say it's not super going on. Well, I don't know, Axe. I don't know a lot about it because I'm just seeing what people yammer about on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I expect, a lot of people can probably do it in one clean run, but I also expect those people are, dedicated to beating roguelikes in one true run so they can brag about it. Which, no shame, obviously, if that's your hobby. That's not my hobby, though, so I'm not gonna, take those people for granted. My concern, Yeah, somebody said, I'm sorry, I'm reading something in chat. They said Hades runs are 30-40 minutes long on a full one, and then it feels like it's hours for Returnal. Yeah, Returnal runs are I've heard over an hour long, minimum on a run, and you're doing different stuff. Now it is more story related. I think Axe said in patron chat that you can get the true ending on one single run. That sounds like something that actually fits with what I've heard. Some people are oh, this is actually kind of light hitting for a roguelike. If you're good, you can beat the game in one go in a relatively short amount of time. But because it's procedurally generated, you could go back and play it again and have a different experience, So it's got replayability, but still it sounds like it's got some things that kind of lean on the roguelike stuff that I'm that sounds kind of annoying. I would hate to or more likely I just wouldn't do it because I know about this feature, but if I didn't know, it would be annoying. But it would be one of those things where it's I would look at my copy of Returnal and go, that's a game I can't boot up because we've only got an hour before the show, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish my run, and that's going to be really annoying if I get good, right?
Yep.
So I'm definitely gonna put a pause on Returnal for now, because it is a full price next gen game. But it seems like it's got a lot of interesting. It seems like they've done some things which don't satisfy necessarily either audience, but not in like a bad way. Like they didn't go hardcore to the nines on the roguelike stuff, but also didn't go like full blown casual.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it seems like it has a bunch of other elements in too, because even though it's a roguelike, it's still a third-person action shooter with a lot of what it seems to be bullet hell.
Yeah, that's I believe that's what Housemarque is known for. So they translated their bullet hell stuff to 3D.
Mm-hmm. So, like I said, it seems definitely like something interesting genre, and it could potentially be more than the sum of its parts. But right now, I'm not about that life.
No, that sounds very stressful.
Yeah. But kinda, I love you. So, yeah, no, we're back to Board Drift Simulator and gushing over Kaine. But, yeah, no, Returnal, like, I don't know if I'll wait till I sell or something, but either way, I gotta wait till my finances are in better situation and I stop glancing at all the Nier products I can buy on Amazon and Square Enix Store.
Mm-hmm.
It's they're powerful, too fucking powerful.
Yeah. So that was my first bullet point about Returnal, but talking about money, that can bring me back to another topic. Okay, jumping.
Go for it. Segue.
So I want to give a couple of shout-outs on the show for people.
Peeps.
First, I want to shout out King's Games, kingsgames.com. They're a gaming store that's I believe they're located in Brooklyn, New York, but they have an online store. I've bought a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh! Products, sealed product from them on Amazon, and I've been ordering some other product. And they threw these little cards in there. They're like, hey, if you order directly from our website, you can get we'll throw in like an extra booster or loose pack in there. And I'm like, that's neat. You guys seem okay. So also, hey, future announcements. I'm going to be doing some more pack openings for Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff this month because there's more product coming out this month. So if you're into those, we'll do some. I've already locked in one of my orders. So I want to shout out King's Games because I was looking around, shopping around, and like prices were a little bit higher on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
I think as we get up to the actual, because it's technically pre-ordering, as we get up to the actual release date, the net price is starting to come down because they're like, oh shit, we're not moving a lot of product. We're going back to the normal, MSRP.
Mm-hmm.
But on King's Games website, I was able to order from them for MSRP, the standard market price. And they offer free shipping and they accept PayPal. So I'm like, that's perfectly fine. That's as good as I get on Amazon.com.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want to shout out to them for just being a relatively nice service for just some, rando game store I'm ordering from online. Because StudiOmega was a dumbass.
Uh-oh. I
went onto their site and I apparently put a product in my shopping cart that I wasn't going to buy again. Especially not at full market price. The value's gone down for that booster pack. So I put it in my shopping bag and I thought, oh, clearly when I came back to this site to do an order of something, I'm like, clearly I was smart and I already put the product I wanted to order in here, and I go through all the steps and I do all the stuff, and then I realize as I'm staring at the checkout after ordering, I'm like, wait a minute, that's the wrong booster pack.
Uh-oh.
So I shoot them an email because they've got an email address there because there's no cancel button on their site, and I'm like, that's not good. So I shoot them an email. I'm like, hey, I made a mistake in my order. How can I cancel it? I want to, reorder the right product. And then obviously I did this because I meet at like 4:30 in the afternoon. So I didn't get an email back that night, but also the order didn't process that night, so it doesn't really matter. Next day I get up and they're like, okay, no problem, we've canceled it. I'm like, cool. And then I was able to go back and actually order the correct product. And I was able to order the correct product with something from PayPal that I believe is a new feature. Well, no, because I just literally emailed them. It's one of those things where like they've got like a cookie cutter box format, right? Like they've got an online web store. They're not Amazon, so you gotta like let them know. It's like if you call a person on the phone and made an order back in the old days, and then you realize, wait, shit, that was a wrong order. You gotta redial that guy and fucking cancel it and be like, hey, that order I just made? I was a complete idiot and I ordered the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Like that's just how you do it,
How you do.
So it wasn't a huge problem. Like literally there was no questions asked when I said I had to cancel. They were like, no problem, we've done it. Like they didn't even were like, here's how you do it. They were like, oh, you want to cancel? We've got your email. It's done. It's gone.
I bet she's
Your
really
refund
nice
is
and
processed.
says nice things. I mean, she's pretty nice, but she's not on those nice things. Actually,
Yeah, took over that part.
Actually, listen, Lucky's not to cut you off on this, but I do want to get this out before the fucking for the fun. But Lucky's been on a huge Yoko Taro binge. Unfortunately, Omega and other people in our Discord have been victims to this, as I have. Well, Omega quote unquote suffers because I fuck up the StudiOmega YouTube algorithms by playing a lot of Nier Automata and Nier Replicant / Gestalt music in there. That's the wrong move, me. But the Discord suffers is because I've been just constantly posting Yoko Taro interviews. Just because, like I said, I've been on a kick here recently. But in the middle of this kick, I have oh, it double headbutted me! Oh, fuck you! Eat blood. Or whatever the fuck this is. But the speaking of Kaine, I was actually reading notes on Yoko Taro's design, and the actual bleeps in the language are actually fully intentional because Yoko Taro thought it'd be fucking hilarious.
I mean, it sounds about right, because Yoko Taro doesn't seem like the guy who would censor himself. It's just clearly a joke.
It's clearly a joke. So, yeah, no, just, there's some Yoko Taro game design trivia for you. It's gonna headbutt me, it's gonna hit it! It headbutted me.
Yeah, so, what I was going to say the next bit was, so I ordered with PayPal, and PayPal has this new feature, Lucky. I don't know if you've heard of this, because it is supposed to be new, but it's called PayPal Pay in 4.
Pay in 4. Oh, is that where you basically separate everything into 4 payments?
Yes, it's a little like reading it because it's got to have some legal documentation. It seems a little freaky because like technically you're taking a loan from PayPal. Like PayPal pays up the upfront cost and then you pay them back in 4 payments every 2 weeks, including a down payment. Okay. But in general, it's I tried it out for a couple of these purchases because like okay, Yu-Gi-Oh products aren't that expensive, but they're about as much as like buying new video games, and it's a thing where, you know, it takes a while for it to ship to me and it has to come out because it's a pre-order. So this works really well to, like, space this cost out because the way with our business we make money is a little weird sometimes, right?
Yeah.
For the audience at home, to break this down really quick. So we get Patreon money at the start of the month. Patreon charges our patrons on the first who are monthly. And then that all goes into the payout pile, and then I hit the payout button, and that takes 2 to 3 business days.
Ah, the boar! Oh, it's my boar.
You call
Yeah,
I
just called a boar. He just showed up behind me, and I was like, ah!
Classic video game mount fashion.
That's right.
But yeah, so like, and then after that, I have to, you know,
Ow.
spin off the cut to Lucky, and then usually only after I've done that do I like to budget purchases. Also, great job, Lucky. You immediately ate shit with the boar.
Yeah, boars go fast.
They do go fast. I know that. I boar drifted last time. By the way, I don't think we said that on air. I'm not like watching this live and can't take over for Lucky because it was cool, but it's not necessary for what we're doing today. But yeah, so, and then when we get ad rev, we get, at the end of a month, Google, YouTube, but basically Google, totals up all our monetization revenue for that past month and then processes it. And then they put it in an account, and then at the 20th of the next month, they automatically pay it out. You can at no point, this isn't like Patreon, you at no point can request Daddy Googlebucks to pay you money. You have to wait until the day Daddy Googlebucks says he can pay you money. So we get this kind of like offset 3 weeks into the month, then the YouTube ad rev comes if it's over a certain threshold. Sometimes it hasn't been, but it will definitely be this month because of your generous super chattos and stuff. And also our ad rev's been killing it lately, making those big CPMs. So, you know, when our money gets kind of like weirdly spread out across several weeks, breaking up payments that way is also really cool. And I wanted to make sure to bring this up to you if you've never used this because it seems pretty clean on a sign up, and it I know you talk about blowing a lot of money on stuff at times, and looking at your bank account and just like, this is the kind of thing that if Lucky can do, it would be perfect for his purchases because PayPal takes care of the immediate cost, and then over a couple of weeks, you know, you chip away at it over a month or two.
Do you know off the top of your head if they let you pay pay more than the required amount?
Yes. At any point, you can pay off the rest of it.
Okay.
Like you have to make a down payment of the first quarter like right away, and they give you a couple days of late fees, and you can set up automatic payments on that and stuff. But I checked my own PayPal Pay in 4. I got set up for this thing, and it's like, yeah, you can just pay off the rest of the balance anytime.
Okay, that might be good. No, because there's things that Lucky wants. Because actually, like you were talking about, buying from King's Game. Lucky went to it was last Sunday, yeah, because it was before. This was before game. Lucky went to Barnes and Noble because if I'm out and I go past like a half price books or Barnes and Noble or some sort of bookstore, it's like, nah, let's take a stop. Let's make a stop. Let us go inside and hold product.
Yeah, you gotta look at the product, touch the product.
And I had things I did. I was gonna go look for manga, light novels, and maybe some art books and stuff, because those are my jam. And I found a couple of things that I wanted to buy, but then I was all like, wait. That's all like, a lesson that I've been picking up from Final Fantasy XIV is like, don't just buy the thing immediately. Shop around, check your prices. And
yeah, unless you've got a ludicrously good deal in your hands, it's like, wait a minute, can I get this better?
Yeah. And actually, yeah, checking Barnes and Noble is like, let me check Amazon first. Let me just see. Because if I don't buy like product in hand, I'll probably go to Amazon usually. And
well, and for books especially, since Amazon started as a bookstore, you can almost always find a good like MSRP deal. Very minimal upselling on Amazon's part.
Yeah, no. So yeah, no. Like because again, Lucky's on this big Yoko Taro kick, and he has discovered like he literally had this crystalline moment, like it happened this week, where I'm like, oh wait, no, I love Yoko Taro and this aesthetic, and I just want to be all about that merch. And so I've been looking at stuff, and shoot, like the fucking Nier Automata World Guides, there's 2 of them. They're still like $40 at Barnes and Noble. I went on Amazon, they're like 22. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, because Barnes and Noble is still like corporate, which means like this is the reason why like talking about the product I accidentally ordered, right? Like on King's Game, it was technically full MSRP, which I'll talk about that for a second if you don't know what that means, people at home. I pulled up the definition to make sure, but it was still technically full price. Whereas if you go on Amazon, the reason why I don't want to buy more of that set is because generally people don't like it a lot, and I bought a box and opened it. It was Genesis Impact. You can check out that video. I also think there was a little bit of short printing and some of the rarity wasn't good in that, so a lot of people don't like it. So like if you want to buy more boxes on Amazon, you can buy them for like $10 or $20 less because people are trying to unload their stock, whereas buying it directly from the game store, who buys it directly from those people, like, and they're not known for discounts, it's hard to pull it off sometime. You got to wait quite a while before you're like, well, shit, the product has to go, Same with Barnes & Noble. Like, they have agreements with retailers not to undercut too much.
Yeah. But no, like, Lucky's building a list. Like, I want both World Guides. There is a book for Nier Replicant. I can't remember the name of it. It's an import. There's not an actually English version. But you can buy it on the English Amazon, which is great. I don't have to surprise. I don't have to futz around with Amazon JP, which I still haven't completely and utterly figured out yet because they don't ship everything internationally. Some things, yes. Most things, no. But yeah, no. With this PayPal thing, actually, does Amazon use PayPal? They don't. I don't think they do.
I think you can choose to. I don't know. I've got it hooked up to my debit card.
Yeah,
so.
Same. I'll figure that out later. But no, like both World Guides, the Replicant book, hecking long story short, short story long. The essentials. And of course, both soundtracks, physical, because. Fun fact. Actually, both Nier and Nier Automata soundtracks are on Spotify. So if you want to have a listen.
Squeenix is one of those companies that's really good about putting their music on there, I believe. Like, it wasn't too long ago that a lot of Final Fantasy music got on there, I believe.
Yeah, not all Final Fantasy music's on there, but a fair amount of it is.
No. And I'm gonna guess it's either probably newer stuff that they have licensing problems with, or it's old shit that, like, they're not sure they want to put up on there. That is the question mark with that. It's either one of those two things. So I mentioned this term earlier. Let's check on it really quick. So MSRP, you may have heard of this. This is manufacturer suggested retail price, aka usually called sticker price. I think it's first to deal with like cars, but it's a term that's like spread out otherwise. It's the price that your manufacturer recommends that the retailer sell it at. So
Yes.
like say you've got a book, right, and you open it up and you'll see inside the publisher will have put this book is worth $20 US, $25 Canadian or something, which is very I understand probably why they do that, because they're printing them in North America, so they go both places, but I'm like, that's nonsensical, because what if the exchange rate changes? You know, it'd get a little goofy, but they do it anyway. That's the MSRP, basically.
Yes.
So you know that if you see this book for more than that price point, you're being overcharged 100%. Like, you're already being overcharged because the cost to manufacture is less than the cost to retail, right? But obviously, the retailers and distributors have to make their cut of the life-affirming money juice as well.
Yeah.
But you also know then if you get below MSRP, you're getting a little bit of a discount, you know? So it's a good thing if you know what the market value of something is to be like, okay, this is clearly a good deal. You know, I can get this for like $5 under, $10 under. Amazon is usually crazy good about that, though you always got to watch out if you're buying from third-party Amazon sellers, because they like to make their money back by charging you ungodly amounts of shipping. It doesn't cost you to ship that thing.
Mhm.
I assume it doesn't cost them that much to ship that thing, unless maybe it's a very small product, like a small price to weight ratio, because you can get free shipping a lot of places for stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, always keep that out and about.
Yeah.
Barnes and Nobles are great though, but it's definitely one of those things where like they're big corporate, their price points like are hard to move. This can be good and bad. Like I've talked about with like Yu-Gi-Oh product, and I don't know. I think that was pre-air. You were talking about Twitter trends, and I was talking about the Pokemon card game thing.
Yeah.
Pokemon TCG is blowing up right now, and not in like a playing way, but in like a weird, freaky investment nostalgia way. And it's probably one of the Paul brothers. I don't remember which one, but he's the douchey one you want to punch in the face. Oh wait, that's both of them. I think it's the same one who's got the sexual assault allegations that will hopefully stick, because I would believe that guy's a scumbag. But it's a big thing with like opening Pokemon packs, getting investment, checking on your old nostalgia cards, and it's really like fucking with the cardboard market. But also like big box stores like big retailers like Target and Walmart are having to like limit their TCG purchases, and they're having to like put them behind lock boxes now because people are going crazy. I've heard like Targets have like had to call the police to kick people out of the stores because they're trying to like stay overnight and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, because that's how crazy this investment market is blown up. There was a Vice article the other day, which is why it was on Twitter. I think I retweeted it because this is a thing that's interesting to me, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't quite that crazy. Like, there's always been a little bit more of an investment market with Yu-Gi-Oh! I think than with Pokemon before, but now it's kind of turned around where like people are like crazy obsessive about like Pokemon stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And how Magic the Gathering handles like rarities and special foils is like completely different than I think either of those two games. So they have their own money whale problems going on that are separate. But like there are occasionally Yu-Gi-Oh sets that will get grossly overpriced. I think I bitched about Ghost from the Past earlier because there was a special kind of rarity in it that was super ultra giga rare. You're never gonna find it. So if you go online, specialty sellers and like actual game stores have to sell it basically at like $10 over MSRP or double MSRP because their pre-order stock is like wiped out. The product is super in demand, and they have to upsell it because the supply is going so low and they need to get their value out of it. Mm-hmm. Whereas big stores like Target and Walmart are corporate. They don't give a fuck. If you find the box there, you will find it at sticker price because they bought like as many as they bought of the thing, and they aren't gonna sell them anywhere else. So it's a really interesting back and forth to compare those two kind of things. Deal hunting is important, though, kids.
It is. All right, fuck these things. I think we just hold on.
All right, so that was one of my things. Also, yes, like I said, somebody said woo for pack vids. Yeah, I've got. I think there's a couple of releases that come out in May. I don't know if one of them with like shipping and stuff, if it'll get to me while it's still May, but there's a couple of sets coming out. I'll try to break some boxes for y'all. and show them on camera. I've got some cool mats now. I purchased a custom Yu-Gi-Oh mat from Optimal, which is pretty cool. I'll be, you know, using the mats to like open some products. So I've got a good little setup going, but look forward to those. I know people do.
Yay.
So I don't know. That seems like a good tangent because I think it's been mostly me while you've been figuring out what you're doing in Nier and occasionally getting exploded for like 30 minutes.
Ow.
You get blown up again, or did you get punched?
I got shocked. But what were you saying?
Well, I was going to say this might be a good point because I've been going pretty strong for 30 minutes, though you had some stories in there, obviously. To talk about what may or may not be an elephant in the room, I don't actually know because the audience seemed pretty okay with it. About, you know, you didn't stream on Thursday and you had a big long post about why that was. And I know that as a result of, you've also got some other stuff you've been working on, maybe talk about.
No, that is true. So, again, this is going back to Yoko Taro and fucking feelings and emotions, which if you play Nier or Drakengard has the feels too, you might understand a bit where I came from. Or I'm coming from. Ow. So, oh, when was this? So, yeah, so I would say about Wednesday. Lucky's at work. He's playing a 3-hour mix of Nier and Nier Automata. Thanks, and I'm in the mood. I'm feeling things. I'm thinking. I'm trying to think. Because Wednesday is usually when I start thinking, all right, what do I actually want to do? And like I had a few things. I was like, okay, I could play more Nier. I can maybe see if people want to do some Final Fantasy. Maybe pop out something else. You know, just having those thoughts because thankfully my job I can kind of autopilot on. I do a lot of thinking during my job. Sometimes to Omega's consternation when I like come in at like 12:30, 3:30 for his time and be like, "Hey Omega, I have thoughts." And he's like, "Okay."
Yeah, usually as I've only been awake for a couple of hours. Depending on how busy that morning is, I might not even have like, had coffee and shit yet. And I'm like, what? Hold on, Lucky. I'm not even wearing pants right now. By the way, to briefly block out Lucky's story there for a second, in case that surprised you, yes, actually, I'm a slow starter.
Mm-hmm.
You may not think it because it's a little weird to like how people normally understand work ethic, but no, when I actually get up out of bed, the first thing I do is I turn on my computer and I start checking shit like on Twitter and I get on our Discord and like, everything okay? Nothing explode? Everybody doing all right? Launch a new video? That kind of stuff. So then I usually hang out for a little bit. So yes, Lucky will hit me up at weird times in the middle of the day and be like, "Hello, I have several paragraphs to write," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna get some lunch."
So, I was having a thought because again, I'm full into my I'm full into my deep thoughts mode here, and I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, because there's a lot of things I want to do. Like, trust me, there's a lot of things I want to do. I actually have a list now. I'll get into that in a moment. And unfortunately, I'm in a position where I don't necessarily. Oh yeah, this is a dead end. I don't necessarily have a lot of time for it. If you go to our community page, I think that the second to last, or second to most recent, I guess would be a better way to say it, is this big long post, and in it I did the TLDR right at the beginning because I don't understand why people put these at the end. You should put them at the beginning so people don't actually have to read and scroll. But the too long didn't read is I'm stopping streaming because I wanted to do more projects. The reason for this being is Lucky actually does a lot of stuff and doesn't actually have a lot of personal time. I explained it as such. Oh god, I hope that weed whacker isn't coming in.
It's coming in a little. I was gonna ask you. There's a little bit of noise in the back.
Yeah, that's a weed whacker. So Lucky works.
It's relatively sub.
Yeah, Lucky works Monday through Friday. I'm usually up between 6 and 6:30, and I don't get home until about 4 to 4:15. Now, previously, before I made this decision, where's the... Wait, am I going the right way? Am I going the wrong way?
Also, by the way, yeah, it's the top post on our community page right now.
But Oh yeah, that's right.
It's new.
Because
It'll be second most when sometime within the first couple days of the week you post mailbag.
Yeah, that's right.
I won't commit Lucky to when he's going to post mailbag.
But yeah, so Monday through Friday, like I'm up 6 a.m. I don't get back till about 4, and I have to crash around 11. So that's only like 7 hours, plus taking care of things like eating, hygiene, all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But previously, then Thursday through Sunday, I would be doing stuff for the channel. I would stream Thursday, record Friday and Saturday, and then we'd have game, which is also recorded and put on the channel, so I count it. Wait, I already went here. Damn it, I lost. On Sunday. Now, all those things usually happen, usually around 4, and can go anywhere from 7 to 9-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get projects done in like 2 hours, and sometimes you stream Final Fantasy XIV for like 7 hours.
Yeah. Funnily how that happened, and I ended up going like right to bed after that, because even on my weekends, I try not to stay up too late because I don't want to actually fuck up my sleep schedule. So generally on those days, some days I'm like, nope, it's bedtime now. I maybe get an hour to like clean up some stuff, get some food in me, and take care of that. And on top of that, usually on Saturday, Sundays, my days off, that's when I try and take care of errands. Because we usually have everything taken care of in the fucking afternoon, I try to take care of that all in the morning. Like, case in point, today, fucking went out to go grocery shopping and spent like $80 on groceries. I'm like,
yeah, it happens.
Yeah. So, that basically leaves me Monday through Wednesday, like 4 to 11, to do things that I want to do. Like, like seriously play gacha. Watch anime, play video games. Mm-hmm. Like, not to say that I can't do those things like streaming, but I don't have to worry about being entertaining and talking to people. Mm-hmm. Like, this is, like, people do need to, like, I'm not saying you don't understand that, but when I'm in front of a camera streaming, I'm splitting my focus between playing the game and talking to people, checking, oh, it's broken, and making sure that, everything is going hunky-dory. That's, fuck you, bot. That's definitely, like, a bit of work. Oh, shit. So,
yeah.
But, like,
that's the thing we've talked about on camera before.
Yeah.
Like, it does take effort.
Yes.
And sometimes you feel like you can go for, 5 to 7 hours, and sometimes you're like, man, I've done this for like 2 hours, and I really don't feel like it.
Mm-hmm. So, I had a moment where, like, I channeled my Yoko Taro. I sat in the room, I laid on the floor, and I'm just like, what is my life right now? And I decided that if I actually want to get through this huge fucking list of things that I want to do, I'm actually going to have to, like, force myself to actually have some more time. Oh, hey, a bomb. I don't need it anymore. And I was like, alright, what could I give up to achieve this? And I was like, I can't give up recording on, like, Friday, Saturday. That's literally the bulk.
Yeah, that's where the big chunk of our views, a big chunk of our ad rev comes from.
Yeah, so it's just like
why most people know us and give a shit about us.
Yeah, so I'm just like, no. And so I'm like, alright, so, and I don't want to give up Sundays because I like tabletop. It's like we tabletop only once a week. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's their fun. And yes, it gets put on the channel, and, I do a little bit of extra work for it, but it's what I like.
It's relatively low effort. It's the reason why we started recording it because we were gonna fucking do it anyway.
Yeah.
But also I want to throw out, the thing about tabletop gaming is also, it's inherently fragile already, right?
Yeah.
Like, for the most part, if any one cog is missing from the machine, it's just not worth to do it that week. So we've absolutely, like, skipped weeks because somebody in the squad is like, oh, I'm sick today, or I've gotten, like, 2 hours of sleep and I'm dying,
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. Lucky's back has exploded, We've all had our moments of just like, oh, I can't do it this week.
So, excuse me. So, I'm like looking at it, alright, well, I don't want to block out another one of my few days that I already have because I think I'll go fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
So that left me with Thursday, and I'm like, all right, I can do it. Ah, fuck. Get away from me.
They're coming right for you.
They are coming right for me. But so I was like, all right, I could maybe move a stream to another day, but then I'd still have the same fucking problem of. Oh, I can't hit it from here. I still have the same problem of I'm taking up more time. So no, I actually have to get rid of my streaming days. And I actually debate about this for like a good like several hours and tried to come at it from all the angles. But it turns out, yeah, no, I just had to give because I can definitely say I don't have the best work ethic. I really don't.
I expect a lot of people, because of the ease of access of YouTube, don't have the best work ethic. I think I don't have the best work ethic sometimes.
I like how Kaine was just, I'm going through all this bullshit of trying to get through the minecarts, and Kaine just appears at the end. I'm just like, how?
Lucky. Okay, it's come back. Sorry, I don't know if it's just me, but our stream connection has been a little spotty sometimes. It said like no data for a second for me, and then it's back. I think we're okay. People at home, are you experiencing any problems, or is that just on my end?
Yeah, let me know.
Let us know in the comments. We can flip some dials, twist some knobs. Oh, actually, since I interrupted your story anyway, I do think somebody in patron chat said that we sound a little soft. Also, give us some hollers in the chat if we're soft or something. It could just be low energy. I'm a little dehydrated right now. My guts have been bothering me a little bit.
I can boost. I can boost. Actually,
Just, let us know if you're like stream too loud, stream too soft, stuff like that.
It does seem that
your feedback is important.
Does say that YouTube is not getting all the data. Let me boost Discord here a little bit, and let me just actually put the mic a bit closer to my face. That might be my problem.
That helps.
I don't know why we be. Hang on. Actually,
we did have that problem earlier when we started it, where YouTube was like, streaming is not okay. Yeah, Lucky cuts a little in for me. Okay, there is some frame dropping and some stream stutter.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
This has happened to me before with like OBS. I don't know if it's just a connection or a tech issue. You get anything running in the background?
I don't believe so, but let me see if I can. Let's see here. OBS, Google, Chrome.
Chrome is always a big pain, but
yeah, let me see here. Let me see what we can. Yes, YouTube, I know of this. Can you do anything to help me fix it? No? Shut up. Fuck. Now, unfortunately, if we have a bit of poor quality, I don't think I can necessarily do anything right now without actually closing the entire fucking stream. So I do apologize.
Yep. It's okay. I can still follow you at home anyway, listening to you. And if you like your audio really freaks out, I'll be like, Lucky, could you repeat that to me?
Yeah. But anyway, so I decided that I would give up my stream days and make that specifically a project day, in which I sit down, nut up, shut up, and actually work on things. The majority of this is going to be small products. For okay, so people are saying that now can't even hear one word. Alright, so let me see.
Yeah, it sounds like maybe the audio on the stream is going bad. At home? Well, yeah, the audio for patrons is fine.
Hang on, let me see here.
We'll twist some knobs, turn some dials.
I
lowered the bit rate in our recording area so that it's not like stressing your connection. Not that usually
looking
does
at my
that,
preview, it looks kind of shit.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of like preview loading and buffering and stuff.
If I stop streaming, will it immediately end the stream? Like on OBS, do you know?
I don't think so. Like YouTube will be like, "Whoa, you stopped streaming."
All right, well that's what I'm trying. I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try stop streaming, and then I'm gonna see if I can.
Actually, yeah, no, it won't, because I've had OBS crash and quit streaming before in the middle of a stream.
All right, everyone, hold on to your butts here. I'm going to we'll go immediately into start streaming again. All right, it looks green so far.
Okay, green is seeing good. Things tick. Excellent. Okay.
It says excellent connection.
I'll unpause the audio since we may or may not have this on stream. We may be back. Seems like it's going for now. If you can hear us, let us know in chat. Obviously, there's still a slight delay, even though we're at ultra low latency.
Ultra low.
And we say there was some delay because, man, you guys were way behind. Like by the time somebody in chat said, "Oh, it's 100% fine now," Lucky had stopped streaming through OBS and was literally resetting it. Like you were in some future timeline shit, guys. You were in the past. But I think we're back. It seems fine now. Okay, cool. We caught back up.
All right, good.
Where was you? You were talking about how you were deciding that the day you had to take for work stuff had to be your stream day.
Yeah. And I wrote a big long post because I didn't want people, because I do know that some people go and watch me stream. Usually it's not a lot, but it's like, hey, you know,
it's a decent chunk, and even when you weren't streaming like FGO and stuff, usually you would get like on some more streamers than on some of my stuff sometimes, which you know, because I'm streaming rando stuff, so like there was definitely an audience for it.
And it's still destroyed. And you know, I wanted people, because like I said, I do feel like some like transparency is important. I wanted people to understand like what's happening, why I was doing things, and all that stuff. So I wrote a big long post. And like I said, everyone, like, feedback has been positive so far. Very positive. I'm like, yeah. Everyone's all like, you Lucky, like, we excite. And I did want to throw out there that I did like throw out 2 alternatives to, you know, people wanting to see me stream. One is what we're doing right now, and what's up? Cause
Even if the stream is slightly scuffed,
yeah,
it's okay. We can't throw. Yeah, I'm getting the error now again.
Oh no,
we can't throw stones though, because we've all had tech diff. Hell, even professional companies. I tried to watch Rooster Teeth stream something the other day, and they were like getting a setup back in studio for like the first time in a long time, and their like audio sync was like completely fucked. And I'm like, okay, I'll catch the VOD, because this is like they were doing what we may or may not have to do a couple of times, and like stopping, resetting the stream, going again, and like, yeah, it's a little weird.
No,
it's rough sometimes.
Yeah, why is someone sucking up the internet?
I don't know. Like I said, OBS has been a little temperamental for me the past couple of weeks.
Again.
Okay.
I have closed that, so hopefully...
Error, smooth. Wait, hold on. Okay. In the correct order. So at 572, the stream is healthy.
No, it's telling me that no, it is not that great.
Yeah, we're showing up right now. It says healthy, and then it's poor again.
I think it has to be an internet problem, but why?
Yeah, sounds like. If you're out there hearing us on the live stream land, sorry about this. We're troubleshooting.
Honestly, at this moment, I don't think I can...
Yeah, unless it's something in, like, your OBS settings you need to, like, fiddle with again.
No, I usually generally leave my OBS settings alone.
Yes, that's a very good thing. Yeah, if you don't leave them alone, you'll fuck yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm literally dropping, like almost 65% of my frames.
Ooh, yeah. Maybe it's just a bad connection day. I used to have a couple of days like that. We've, since I, like, got more hardwires and we like upgraded our internet again because my dad started working. We're like better, but yeah, no, maybe you just having a bad day.
Yeah, no, like this is something I probably have to go. Oh shit! No, I don't necessarily think I have to cycle the router. I have a hardwired line. It could help though. Yeah, I'm gonna go cycle the router. Just maybe I gotta wash out some gunk. I don't know.
Fresh connection, see what happens, yeah.
So, see if I can get this to work again. Nope. Yes. Okay, we should go and
Have you done like an internet speed test to see if your internet's actually tanking?
Let me check.
If you can hear us, by the way, we're trying to bring this back online.
No, let's see here. Download speed is over 230. Okay. Oh, Jesus, my upload speed is horrible right now.
You don't know.
Let's see what? Well, actually, let me double check. What is a good upload speed? Yeah, no, I'm not even getting 5. I'm getting less than 1 on my upload speed. Why?
Intriguing. Also, definitely the source of the problem. I'm really sure.
And again, see what happens.
Yay.
Oh, we're orange. We're red. We're dropping frames. We're dropping frames.
It may just be bad today.
But why?
Well, this bit's still in the audio, so for the audience at home, potentially. Oh, well, we're green for a sec. We caught up. And then we're lagging again. What do you think we should do?
I mean, we could always